Because it's divided. What's up, guys? How you doing? It's Chad Schleiger, your chiropractor from the Wellness Point. What is the secret of our profession? It's just like any other profession. It's divided. Whether it's religion, different types of denominations, different churches, people that are into food. You know, if you talk to dietitians and nutritionists, the whole profession's divided. One side believes one thing, another side believes another thing. We're just divided. Heaven was divided. Everything gets polarized when you have belief systems and you have philosophy. So the reason I bring this up is because there was a patient that came in today and he said, hey man, is there like anything, he's been coming once a week for a good long while now. So he said to me, he's getting diluted. He's hearing the lukewarm message from the outside. He's watching other videos, and he's getting influenced by them. And he said, hey, is there any exercises that I can do or that you can teach people to where they don't subluxate as much? And I said, man, what's going on? He said, well, I was watching this video of this other chiropractor that works with personal trainers, and they do exercises so that you don't need to use the chiropractor. And I said, that chiropractor has a hard time getting patients, and he's using somebody else to get them into their office for at least 12 visits and then recycling people. And he's treating them, he's not caring for them. And I said, so that's fine, but our profession is divided. So just understand and know that our profession is divided. And don't get your advice from the wackos, man. I mean, that's just a PT that went to school the long route. He's got a doctorate of chiropractic and he just wants to do PT on people. That's fine, but that is not chiropractic. That's being a metapractor. That's treating symptoms and releasing a patient from treatment because the symptom is gone. So I am not discrediting the fact that people have symptoms, that they have discomfort, that they have issues, but I am not ignorant enough to go around telling people that subluxation is not real. And our job as chiropractors is to analyze, locate, detect, and correct any vertebral subluxations in a person's spine because that interferes with the transmission of mental impulse to organs. That is it. It is not designed to treat symptoms, sickness, or any type of disease. It is designed to treat dis-ease, which is different than disease, which is another video, but we don't have the time for that now. So this individual came in and was asking if there was any exercise that he can do to help see chiropractors less. And I just said, man, is there anything that you can do to not brush your teeth twice a day besides just not brushing it, which is complete ignorance? And that was me planting the seed of, if you don't see a chiropractor once every 14 days, it's complete ignorance by living life subluxated and not knowing that a disease process is forming. So he said, well, of course not. And I said, well, you go to bed, you brush your teeth, you fall asleep for 8 hours, you don't eat a single thing, and you wake up the next morning before eating and you brush your teeth again. Why is that? There's nothing that you had from the outside in that formed plaque, and you woke up with stinky breath and you brushed your teeth. Why is that? And he said, well, I don't know. I said, well, do you think there are some factors in life that you cannot perceive on a day-to-day, moment-to-moment basis that cause subluxation? And he goes, well, probably. I said, just think about gravity alone. Gravity alone, 9.8 meters per second being pushed down on us on a spot of the spine that's unstable, and now you got gravity pushing down on it. Is that going to make it better or worse? Every single time. Now you compound that for the next 2 weeks. If that is the only stress that you ever encounter, are you not going to see a chiropractor? You'd be foolish because you are going to subluxate. Whether it causes symptoms or not, it's a completely different story. But you will subluxate, and subluxations can happen without you feeling them. So that's why we care for people in the office. Care plans do not end. Care plans begin when you make an appointment for your first visit here at the Wellness Point, and you stay under care until you kick the bucket. or until I kick the bucket. And if I kick the bucket, you just go find another chiropractor to find subluxations and remove them in your spine. Treatment plans have a begin date and an end date. Care plans do not. They last for your entire lifetime. So we care for people, we do not treat them. And so I hope that helped you. And if you're a chiropractor listening to this, listen, if you're a metapractor, that's cool, that's fine. You do your own thing. If you only locate, analyze the spine for subluxations and correct them as needed, and you recommend people to do that on a regular basis for the rest of their life, you do not need x-ray or thermal scans to find a subluxation. One of the components of a subluxation complex is dyskinesia, a lack of movement. And please tell me on x-ray where you can see a lack of movement. Please tell me on those screens, right, where you can see a lack of movement on a heat spreadsheet. You can't. They might be indicators, there might be evidence of subluxation, but just because you show up to a crime scene and you find evidence, it doesn't mean you know where the killer is located. You have to use these things on somebody. You have to lay hands on the sick in order to analyze it and find it every single time. So if you think x-rays, if you think a scan, if you think a nervous scope finds a subluxation, you are absolutely fooled that you can't find them with these things. So I hope that helped you. And I hope it slightly offended you as well. So, because we wouldn't be such a great profession if we weren't divided. So, have a great day. Hope that helped you. And I'll see you guys later this week. God bless.